Hey, welcome back. You are watching Ask the Producer, and I'm Tajon Tom. And I wanted to just talk about a couple things in regards to uh, struggle. And a lot of times, people will get into the idea that if they wanted to produce something, because this show is about producing, how would they do it if they had no connections or no money? And that's kind of part of the struggle. It's kind of developing yourself into that producer because you have to ultimately figure it out. You have to figure out, you know what's first, what's more important to you, and then focus on what's more important to you. And every day you get closer and closer and closer to that idea that you have because you're thinking about it. And when you think about something intensely long enough, it appears. And it's just something that I have understood to be true. But like I promised, I'm going to talk to you guys today about just the idea of being able to get into the film industry and being able to be a part of something that is huge and something that is bigger than you, but at the same time, you are creating that thing that's bigger than you with other people. And that's kind of the whole goal. You're able to create something that is amazing. But there's a couple of ways that you could do that if you don't have any connections and don't have any money. There is a few things out there and a few things that you will be able to take advantage of if you just basically have a phone and you're able to get online, or you have a Facebook account, or you have any kind of other social media accounts. There are people in your area, specifically in your area, because you want to start with your area of town or a city, state, that have groups, and you can join those groups. And with just a couple seconds of your time, you can find out, once you've joined and been accepted, what's going on and what's going on around you, what's going on that's very close to you. Even if you don't drive, even if you can't get Uber, you could walk, you could take the MARTA, you could do a lot of different things, or take public transportation if you're not necessarily in Atlanta or a city that has, the MARTA train. You can definitely find out from other people that you talk to all the time, have they ever had the opportunity to go to one of these events? If they have, this is good for you, because 9 times out of 10, they're going to go back. And if you don't have a way, that's your way. Now you know someone that can not only go with you, they can join you, but you have a connection now with this person, and you may have the opportunity to now work with this person because now you have a connection um, with this person that goes further than how you already know them. So I just, those are just some nuggets that would be good. But I have a list of places that you guys could definitely check out in regards to signing up and finding out what's going on. And a lot of people have a stigma in regards to the film industry. They'll say, well, I'm a DP, why would I go to a production coordinator meeting? Or why would I go to an actors meeting? Um, what you really are missing in those opportunities are other people that are interested in what you're doing, but they also do what you need. Because if it wasn't for the actors, or it wasn't for, other, creative people in front of the camera, what purpose would you have to be a DP? There's other things, of course, you could, photograph, but I'm just in all reality. So when you meet people that are adjacent to you, aligned with what you're doing, it's good. So you can be in the film industry and still attend actors networks, writers networks, You could go to a lighting, network. You could go to so many different things because you're literally going to meet and hang out with people that you'll eventually be working with on set. It's true. So, that's just something to think about. But we have a list of places that you can definitely sign up and find out what's going on in and around your city for free. Your first place is your film commission, whether you're in Michigan and whether you're in Florida, whether you're in Chicago, New York, LA. There's a film commission. So that is a place that definitely can start you on to finding out the truth about what's going on in your city. Those people are assigned with making sure that the community knows, if they do have questions about, an industry that's thriving in their area. So they will be very open to helping you. And there's another one called Production Hub. Production Hub is been around for a very long time. And there are definitely things on there. But on Production Hub, you could also see who's in your area that you're already connected to, like on Facebook, or you're already connected to on Instagram. Like you could see the people because a lot of times they have the same profile as they do on their social media profiles. You'd be like, I know that person, I communicate with that person all the time. So that's a good place to look. There are places like casting um, places that you could sign up to. Make sure you sign up to things that are free. That's very important because right now at this stage, you are filling things out, and you shouldn't go too fast when it comes to spending your money. Take it slow, and you just so happen to find a site, and you may have been on the site for a minute, maybe 2-3 months, and you find that this site is a site that may be different from other sites because you're connecting with people more on this site and there's more information on this particular site. Maybe that's the site you should start paying for, not all the 50,000 others that you're going to come across. There's another one for actors called Actors Express. There's an Actors Access. There is Extras Casting. So Extras Casting is a good one because Extras Casting, they basically are dealing with people that are fresh in the business, because a lot of these background actors, they may be professionals in other industries, but they're just getting into acting. So what is going to happen with this particular company is that they are letting the actors know, what's out there, what do they want to get involved with, and that's a way for you to know, if you're part of the network, what's coming up, and then you basically will have some information and be able to do more research on what's coming up in your area, what projects are happening, and you're getting in on the ground floor, really. If you know this part of it, you'll know before all the crew knows, really, because a lot of times people's productions start to cast before they do anything else. So casting is crucial. So that's why you want to be connected with who's casting. If they're casting, that means there's a production happening eventually. And then you connect with people through that entity. And there is a couple of others that I have found very helpful, and that is the Atlanta Film Society. That is Eat, Drink, and B&D. That is a couple of things that have been events and gatherings that have been thrown at Vivid Rich HQ. They are a production company, but they do a lot of very notable workshops and things that assist and help the film industry. So just nuggets. Now Mandy, that's another one. And Indie Film Casting, that's another one. Star Now, which I'm not really sure if they're still around, but go ahead and do your research on that and find out. They just become part of these professional uh, organizations. And once you do, you'll start to kind of see the same people and you'll start to communicate with these people. And one thing that is really good that has helped me, and I think that people kind of stop once they meet someone, they just kind of stop it. They may call one person out of the 15, 20 people they met at an event. What I do is I take it a step further. I will get people's information. I will not only call them, but I will call them and I will tell them about other stuff that's going on. So, you're not only, there to help yourself, but you're there to help other people. And that's how you do it. You might know about events and you might think, I wonder if such and such is going to be at that event. Call them because you already met them at one event and they may have been on a panel and you may have talked to them, you may whatever. Call them and ask them. And also when you go to these events, there will be people a lot of times on a panel. You're talking to them and these are real people with real experiences in whatever departments that you could possibly think of, working on set. And that's from hair and makeup to the Teamsters. You might talk to anyone at these events. And, just because they are on a panel or they have, had lots of experience, that doesn't mean that they are disconnected from you and your experience. So, don't be afraid to reach out to them. Don't be afraid to reach out to them after or weeks or months after you met them. Tell them where you met them and tell them, this is what you're interested in and this is what you want to do. And what it is with people in our industry is that you take a long time to get to the place where you are comfortable in the space that you like. And you'll do it faster if you just tell people what you want to do. A lot of people take so long because they think they have to take these steps. And the steps are really invisible. It's what we made up in our minds. And that's every human being. We make up stuff. And it's just not the case. What's true is that you have to be prepared for what you're asking for. That's true. The only way to really prepare is to do it. So, you have to prepare and you have to do it. You have to do it again. You have to do it again. And when you get to your 10,000th time, you got to start all over. So, that's a long journey for a lot of people. And it's really seamless when you are really involved in the actual department and doing the job that you really, really like to do versus looking at a job and saying, "Ooh, I wish I could do that job. I can't wait till I'm able to do that job." You can use that opportunity, while you're on set to find out, what other people are doing. And, that may be your opportunity to then move into that position, especially if you already know how to do it. You could be an actor and you're basically, I'm acting and I'm just doing background and, nobody's noticing me. People are noticing you. I want to be a director. And you have been on set and you kind of know what you want and you've been working on this for a while and you hear about something that's happening and somebody has a script but they're looking for a director and they don't know where to find a director. You want to direct. You're an actor. You guys are on the same set. They might be moving cables but they're a writer. There's your opportunity. So just keep those in mind, those things in mind, if you will. A lot of times I come across people that feel like certain departments or certain jobs on the film set belong to male or female. You're more likely to see is, really the world we live in. You're more likely to see a female that, is acting, or the production manager, or the, coordinator. You're more likely to see that. You're less likely to see a female that is a grip, or a DP, or sound. Don't let that stop you. Because we're out here, we're doing everything, we're even driving the big trucks, we're doing everything. So, and guys, don't let that stop you. If you want to do some hair, get in there and do some hair. You want to, design some stuff, do it. Wanna basically do whatever it is you feel that's sits well with you. Because there's so many different things, you can do on set, from art to basically being a stand-in, really not doing much all day, but, being there when that particular cast member, mainly lead cast members, have to rest or go off somewhere else. It's now your job to stand in for them when it's time to block, and so on and so forth. But it's a real job, and people get paid really well for it. So, there's so many opportunities. The film world, and the film world is not like any other world. I can't think of anything else that can describe or be described like film. It's a mystery almost. It grows and breathes, and it creates its own thing, according to the wonderful people that collaborate and make the project come together. So, I think that is going to be it for this episode. And I will be back next time with basically what you do when you cold call. When you cold call different production companies, and you cold call studios, and cold call producers, whatever you do when you basically want to send people your information, what to say, how to say it. I'm going to go over that. I'm also going to go over what type of message to send out when you are interested in doing a particular job, or are interested in just getting on set and PA, being a production assistant in that particular job. So those are some things that a lot of people find out later on, way later on, once they've gotten into the industry, but they could do it a lot faster and a lot easier if you do it this way. So just stay tuned, and remember to follow me on all platforms. That is Ask the Producer 21. And I will see you later. Thank you again.